He made his first $1 billion in just 7 months. Not years, not decades, 7 months. And then he ran into a wall that money couldn't fix. This is the story of Changpeng Zhao. CZ didn't come from wealth. He moved to Canada as a kid, worked small jobs like flipping burgers, and slowly built one powerful skill: coding. That skill got him into building trading systems for stock exchanges, where he learned how money actually flows behind the scenes. When crypto started taking off, most people saw quick profits. CZ saw infrastructure. He didn't want to trade coins. He wanted to build the exchange where the entire world would trade. In 2017, he launched Binance, and it exploded. Within months, millions of users joined. Trading volumes went through the roof. And in just 7 months, CZ became a billionaire. It was one of the fastest wealth creations in modern history. But here's what was happening behind the scenes. Binance grew so fast that it didn't build strong compliance systems. There was no clear global headquarters. The company operated across countries without fully registering in many of them, and that created a serious problem. Regulators, especially in the United States, started digging deeper. They found that Binance had weak anti-money laundering controls, meaning the platform was not doing enough to track suspicious transactions. They also found that the exchange allowed U.S. customers to trade on its global platform, even though it wasn't properly licensed to do so. And internally, there were reports that controls were intentionally loose to keep growth fast. For a while, nothing happened publicly, but investigations were building quietly. Then in 2023, everything hit at once. U.S. authorities charged Binance with violations related to money laundering laws, sanctions rules, and operating without proper regulatory approval. The company agreed to pay over $4 billion in penalties and pleaded guilty to failing to maintain proper anti-money laundering systems. He stepped down as CEO, just like that. Think about the contrast. A man who became a billionaire in 7 months had to walk away from his own company because the foundation wasn't strong enough to handle that speed. And that's the real lesson here. He didn't fail because the idea was bad. He didn't fail because there was no demand. He failed because growth moved faster than compliance. Because in finance, you're not just building a product. You're operating inside a system of trust, laws, and accountability. CZ proved how fast you can rise in the modern world, but his story also shows something equally important. If you ignore the rules while scaling, the fall doesn't happen slowly, it happens all at once. And in the end, making $1 billion fast is impressive, but building something that lasts, that's the real challenge.